favorite methods of finding talent are first the theater, but I think that that's a little bit harder to do in Los Angeles because a lot of people aren't doing theater the same way that they're doing it in New York or Chicago. It's more of just a showcase as opposed to working in a real play. But I always admire actors who can create characters in the theater first and foremost and carry that out, 7 shows a week or whatever they're going to be doing. The second thing I think right now where you can find talent is television. Television is a showcase for talent. There's amazing television out right now that I think is better now than it was 10 years ago in terms of characters, and I think that that's a really strong place to find. Of course, films. But that seems to be still where everybody wants to get to. So most of the actors that you see doing films, you might have known already, unless you're able to sort of find somebody from the foreign film arena or to find that lucky film, that lucky independent film that could launch somebody.
I think you should try this gift.
Yeah, but what about my music? That's my calling.
There's no difference between you being a musician and healing.
What are you talking about? What am I supposed to do?
In auditioning actors, what I always try to do is make the room as comfortable for them and give it to them as their time to shine. So my method is very simple. It's just direct and one-on-one. I think you bring somebody in, you sort of have to have an intuitive sense of are they the kind of person who wants to talk first, or are they the kind of person who just wants to go straight into the character? You can try and do your best to kind of adjust each time, because your job as the casting director is really to have them do their best work. The casting process has changed over the years with the advent of the internet and the accessibility of auditions. But at the end of the day, the casting process is still pretty much the same. An audition isn't different whether it's being videotaped or whether it's being done live. An audition is an audition. In terms of the casting process changing, I think it changed with the business in that studios and film and the distribution companies are looking more and more to hedge their bets by having names in movies. And that changes the casting process because casting directors ultimately become packagers of talent and producers in a sense, because a project isn't often real until it has the right talent attached to it. But when it comes down to auditions, I think the internet is great because now we can audition people from Mumbai to Miami, and it's just a click to find them. My best in the room tips are to relax and realize that the audition process is part of the job. It's not a separate process. It's part of being an actor. If you choose to be an actor and you're going to go through it whole, you need to understand that you need to audition. And an audition shouldn't feel like going to the doctor. It's a place for you to enjoy yourself, to practice your craft.